Hello, hello, hello to all of my Sagittarius. This is Queen Moon Ra coming to you with your Motivational Monday reading. Sagittarius, I think we did not see a video for you on the 9th, right? So we're going to combine the video. We're going to combine this. A lot of times I'm recording all the videos and uploading them. Sometimes some of them get caught up. I think last week Pisces video got caught up. But anyway, we're going to combine it. Make sure you get all the questions that I normally give out on Sunday's reading so that you can be prepared this week for what's coming your way that's going to try to stop or block you from closing out cycles. Remember we had a closing out this cycle in particular, so we're clear. Remember we had the new moon phase is when people are planting seeds. These are the things I want to manifest during this cycle. I feel comfortable with closing out past cycles. I'm about to manifest something this cycle, right? And so the enemy at the end of the last quarter moon phase, which kicks off this time on the 13th of April through the 19th of April, the enemy is really going to come at you, heavy to make sure that you don't close out a cycle. So let's get into it. And so if you are comfortable with initiating change, as I know you all are, I see you doing that. So here we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Emperor card, the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups, Eight of Cups, and also the Five of Swords. All right, so the Emperor card. So I do see somebody, inspired to stay on their throne, not come down off of your throne, right? So I see you inspired, like really deciding, where am I going to put my fire? I'm initiating the change. And that's the beauty of you all being a Sagittarius, because you're mutable signs. But this time I'm initiating the change to move forward. This is attached to Aries. We are not talking about any Aries that not a person. We're talking about Aries that's ruled by Mars, the energy planet. So I'm choosing to take my energy away from things that were causing me to be depressed, to be emotionally drained, to be pessimistic. I'm taking my energy away from that, and I am taking my energy away from past arguments, maybe things that were said or people cut me off. I'm taking my energy back. I'm taking my power back. I'm taking my joy back. I'm taking all of these things back that I felt like were destroying me. Here we have the Six of Cups. I see somebody operating in childlike faith moving forward. And I do see you saying, I'm putting a manhole over the past. I'm not letting things that used to upset me. I'm not letting them upset me anymore. I'm moving on towards my purpose. Here we have the Eight of Wands. And so this is where things are going to speed up for you, because you have decided, I'm not just going to stay in that space of allowing anything to steal my joy, causing me to keep talking about stuff where it just upsets me or frustrates me or emotionally drains me. I'm moving beyond all of that. So let's keep it moving forward. 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 All right, we have the Fool card. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Six of Cups, the Hangman, and also the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups came out twice. Nice. All right, so somebody is deciding, hey, instead of me waiting to get burned up or that frustrated or that angry with something, I need to move on and stay focused in my purpose, because that's the heat I want. I don't want the heat where I'm so heated up it makes me look bad, like I'm the person that's obsessed or pessimistic or whatever, or negative. That heat I want is in the light, right? I need that source heat, right? That purpose. Why am I here on earth? I want that kind of heat. So somebody is skipping along now, optimistic, moving forward, moving on, and whatever you're leaving behind, just leave it behind. So here we have the Hanged Woman. Somebody is definitely transforming into their higher self. Somebody is deciding, I'm peeling back layers of myself where I was replaying the past over and over and over again. I'm thinking about moving forward. We have the Knight of Swords. Swords is saying, stay away from all of that overthinking that puts you in that fight mode. Use that fight, that power, that intellect for something that's putting towards something where you feel like, I feel optimistic about my own future. In other words, put that energy towards positivity, where you're inspiring people, where you're motivating people around you because you feel motivated. You're inspiring other people because you feel inspired. You feel personally powerful, and you're helping other people to find their personal power, right? So I do see a lot of compassion here. I see a lot of compassion here, in your cards, just moving forward, and just, not looking back. That's what I'm seeing. Not looking back, moving forward and not looking back. Some of the things that I was telling everybody for Sunday in particular, since we're in a waning gibbous moon phase, is some things that you can focus on this week. And I'm going to get to the questions in a second. But these are things you can focus on in any waning gibbous moon phase. So next cycle, you hear these same, these same recommendations during the waning gibbous moon phase is because we learn by repetition. So you're starting to learn the moon phases and some of the things that you can do when you feel stressed, right? The moon is aligned to our feelings, our subconscious habits, moods, emotions, and all of that. So I do see somebody finally walking away from something that could have upset you and frustrated you, and I just see you moving on. So some of the things that you can do, Sagittarius, is write down what you want to let go of, and you can burn it. You can also reflect on your goals and what you need to do to reach those goals. You can also make moon water. You can look that up online to find out the purpose of moon water. You can also do a cleansing ritual bath. You can also cleanse your home and your space. You can also write down all the things that you're thankful for as well, right? So Source is trying to help somebody to move towards legacy wealth. And this has always been, this is like you are creating some kind of legacy for your family. And so that sometimes looks like you can't take other family members along. And believe it or not, like for instance, on Leo's video, I did a Venn diagram. Like when you're going to the next level, you can't keep people connected to you that's on a lower frequency, or at least you have to give them less level of access, because they will ruin what you got currently, what you worked so hard for, or other future relationships that could make you, more wealth. And when I say wealth, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about being in relationship with other people who are also looking for loyalty, looking for patience, looking for career success, stability, security, prosperity. Other people who are on the same, they have the same thing to offer that you have to offer. They're solid people. They're rooted and grounded. They too have broken away from certain family members. They too have broken away from certain things. So Source is saying to you, instead of you, like you may have felt like you were the fool, in the past, or that you were played for a fool in the past, Source is like, release all of that. Just release all of that. You're highly intuitive in hermit mode. Source is saying to you, this hermit card is attached to Virgo, and the last full moon that we had and the last cycle was in Virgo. So that reminded everybody, and if you go back and watch the last cycle when we talked about that moon in Virgo, the last cycle full moon, and it reminded everybody that you are whole just the way you are. You don't need to stay connected to family drama. And if that means, hey, there's going to be some rumblings or conversations going on about you behind your back, Sources like, have some childlike faith and move forward. This is your legacy for your kids, your grandkids, so you don't have to bring the whole family along. And so some people have learned that through their parents. Like as much as you may want to stay connected, like siblings may want to stay connected to each other, sometimes you only remember your mom and dad just in the kids. You like, okay, I know you got some other brothers or sisters. They focused on their legacy, right? And so somebody is learning that possibly the hard way, but however you're learning it, you're also learning that to stay connected to certain people will also ruin solid relationships around you. Here we have the Page of Wands. So I do see some new inspiration to move on, and also Page of Cups, right? Some new creativity coming along and some new inspiration. So kudos and congratulations to you all, Sagittarius, for moving on beyond some stuff. Like I said before, personally, there are some people, I didn't know that certain people were Sagittarius, but they just have some real good positive energy on social media. Some of them are on Instagram, and I'm like, wow. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, these are people that you can see they're operating in their purpose. And so it's not just because they're Sagittarius, but still, I mean, they're operating in their purpose. They're not bringing a bunch of drama to social media, none of that stuff. And so you just, like, they're not even talking about it. They're just like, you know what, I'm in my purpose. I'm here helping people. I feel I'm a solid person. I'm stable. I'm rooted and grounded. I'm secure. I got career success. And you can see that whole aura around them is like they give off this dream bigger aura. They give off this energy. If I can do it, you can too, right? And so people like to be connected to that, but also those same people have endured some things where they've had to cut off some people in their own family because those people would have played a huge role in messing up their legacy. So Congratulations to you all for moving on from something and deciding to put your energy towards things that really, really are contributing to your legacy and not taking away from your legacy, all right? So here's some questions that you may want to write down. And if you've or a cross watcher on any of the other videos, you may have already seen the questions, but every Sunday the same questions are for everybody to help you to stay focused this week. First question is, what are your top 3 priorities this week, this month, and this year? The second question is, what are your biggest fears? Third question is, do you have specific daily rituals and routines that nourish you? Fourth question is, do you reward yourself when you accomplish something? And then last but not least, Sagittarius, how much of your day or week do you block out for self-care and personal development? All right, Sagittarius. So here we go. I do see somebody creating some kind of a daily ritual of, maybe not even daily, but just a regular ritual of meditation. Just kind of sitting down and envisioning a life that you know that you deserve, right? Even envisioning people around you who are patient, who are, you're envisioning like I'm dropping off or I'm releasing any grudges, any bad feelings about anything. I'm in such a healthy headspace, because of all of this creativity, all of this water here in your cars. I just feel good. I'm on the other side of something that was a long and arduous, draining journey, right? And so through that, again, there could have been, like I said before, source could have been sending people across your path to say, hey, here's the light. You can come out of that storm that you're in. And if you were in your own personal hell because you were going through a storm yourself, that could have looked a lot of ways for a lot of people. But again, I do see somebody no longer lamenting over something from the past or even sitting around ruminating over something from the past. Emotionally, you're putting that into your creativity. That creativity is going to make somebody a lot of money. So I see victory over your emotions, victory over your ideas, victory over a lot of things. So again, stay in that space of not allowing things to irritate your demons. So you're in fight mode. See how these people are just swinging and fighting and just like somebody like just at war with themselves. Like, get from around people whose demons irritate yours. Everybody has demons. That would be like if you had an addiction to sweets and you stay around people who just keep trying to bring sweets to you, keep trying to feed your addictions, trying to feed your fear, trying to feed your doubt, trying to feed anger, insecurities. All get from around those types of people, because those people don't have a problem helping you ruin your legacy. They don't have a problem helping you ruin your legacy. So here we have surrender. That's right. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest: to stop trying to control the whole universe. That's it. Surrender. Surrender that ego. Ego is edging God out or trying to edge God out, and everybody's arms are too short to box with God. So make this your Motivational Monday. Make this, like, you know what? I'm finishing out this cycle strong. I'm finishing it out strong. I got those questions written down. I know that the waning gibbous moon is giving me an opportunity to get to banish, to repel, to cleanse away, to decrease any negativity in my spirit, to get rid of hexes, and curses. I can get rid of all of that stuff. So your commitment is being tested. That's why I like to shuffle the cards in front of you all, so you can see your commitment to your legacy is being tested. The only person that can harm your legacy is you. Nobody has the power to do that except you. So that's what's being tested, Sagittarius. That is what's being tested. Let's see what else we got going on here. Connect with your ancestors. You got a lot of ancestors that's rooting for you. I'm serious. Somebody's ancestors are really rooting for them, and so remember some stories from some of your parents. Some of your parents, when it comes to the legacy of their family that they created, whether the kids are biologically theirs or they're a parent in the community to people, or you've fostered or you've adopted kids or whatever, somebody is really leaving their mark here on the world. And they're not letting anybody, including family members who, don't know what their legacy is or what their purpose here on earth is. Somebody's like, nope. Talk to some of the elders in your family. They'll let you know. They're like, I don't, this person's still doing some stuff from back in the day, and I don't even want that tied to my legacy. So what's your next move? Ask your spirit guides for a sign. That's it. That's what I'm telling you. Some of your spirit guides can be, your ancestors, people who have transitioned, but they can also be people still here on earth. They're like, okay, That's why some siblings don't mess with each other. They don't talk to each other as much as anymore because your parents may have gotten to a point where they're like, no, this is our legacy. We don't have time to entertain all of that. We're not going back to being distracted from childhood and all of that kind of stuff. So pay attention. Pay attention to what your elders and stuff are saying in your family. They're trying to teach somebody something. So anyway, so let's get your number and let's go ahead and get ready to close it out. 15, I am wise. Your love for others is powerful and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and your social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all of whom would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. So that 15 reduces to 6, lets me know that somebody's on the cusp of abundance and prosperity. You're giving birth to that, and it can make you super sensitive, to everything around you. But I do see the end result is somebody saying, I need to move on from something. I'm trying to transform myself. I'm trying to dream bigger. I'm not trying to trying to keep on rose-colored glasses. I need to move on from something so I can focus on my legacy. So, affirmation, and let's go ahead and close it out. This affirmation card, and let's go ahead and close this out. All right, kindness. Affirmation for kindness. I am full of loving kindness. I am full of goodwill toward those around me. I am surrounded by warmth. I embrace all wholehearted kindness. I am grateful for generosity shared by others. My smile could make someone's day. I allow the kindness in my heart to run free. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.